perpendicular lines. Perpendicular lines have opposite reciprocal slopes. Okay, opposite reciprocal slopes. Perpendicular lines meet at 90-degree angles, just like this. Two lines meeting at 90 degrees. So if we look at this first equation right here, you can see that our slope is 2. The opposite reciprocal of 2, opposite means different signs. So 2 is positive, so I'm going to do negative. And reciprocal just means flipping a fraction. Every whole number can be turned into a fraction easily by just simply putting a 1 on the bottom. 2 over 1 is the same thing as 2. So if I am to flip this, I get 1/2. That is my opposite reciprocal. We're going to do one more. We've got 1/4. The opposite of 1/4 is negative. The reciprocal 1/4 is 4/1. Or you could leave it as just -4. All right, we're going to do a couple of these where we take an equation and find the perpendicular line of it. So we're going to look right down here at number 1. We want to write the slope-intercept formative equation of the line that passes through -2, 2, and is perpendicular to the equation y equals 1/2 x minus 3. 1/2 is my slope. So what is the opposite reciprocal of 1/2? Opposite would be negative. The reciprocal, instead of 1/2, we're going to go 2/1, or just 2. This is still my x1, y1, so it's similar to parallel lines. We're going to put it in point slope form to solve. So we've got y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So we're simply going to fill this in. We're going to go y minus 2 equals m, -2, times x minus x1, which is -2. 2 negatives make a positive. And then we're going to distribute. Y minus 2 equals -2x minus 4. We add -2 to both sides. We need that y all by itself to get in y equals mx plus b form, or slope-intercept form. And we get y equals -2x minus 2. This line is perpendicular to this line here. All right, we're going to try 2 more examples, and then we're done. We're going to look at number 2. We want to make a slope-intercept form an equation that passes through 4, -2, and is perpendicular to y equals -2/3 x plus 18. So we need my slope to be the opposite reciprocal of -2/3. Well, the opposite of -2/3 is positive. The reciprocal is 3/2. So that's my slope. 4 -2 is my x1, y1. And I'm going to put it in point slope form. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And I simply am going to fill those in. So I've got y minus a -2 equals m, 3/2, times x minus x1. 2 negatives here make this positive. And now we're going to distribute. Y plus 2 equals 3/2 x minus, this becomes 2, 3 times 2 is 6. Now I'm going to subtract 2 from each side, and I get y equals 3/2 x minus 8. And that is perpendicular to this and goes through this point. I'm going to do one more that's in standard form one more that's in standard form. So we're going to look at number 4 right here. And it says, write the slope-intercept from an equation of the line that passes through 4, -1, and is perpendicular to y minus x equals 2. I like to change it into slope-intercept form. So I get y equals x plus 2. All I did is add the x to each side. And I can see right here, there's nothing in front of x. That means there has to be a 1. The opposite reciprocal of 1 is -1. This is my x1, y1, and then I'm just going to plug it in like I've done before. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So I've got y minus a -1 equals -1 times x minus 4. 2 negatives make this positive. Then I'm going to distribute this -1 here. Y plus 1 equals -x plus 4. Now I'm going to subtract 1 from each side, and I get y equals -x plus 3. This and this are perpendicular to each other. This is perpendicular to this. Okay, that's this for perpendicular lines. I'm going to do perpendicular and parallel in class, and we'll look at some graphs for these two.